Теперь должно быть нормально. Да, нормально. Okay. What is traffic? Traffic is the number of visitors of your website. Uh, so it's a number of your clients visiting your website. What is common in traffic of museum, hotel, and company? Uh, so any client of museum, hotel, or company is tourist. So it's common traffic, and methods of attracting these people are the same. Here we have traffic types, and you can see it can be cold, warm, and hot. For example, cold is a person who visits your website and he doesn't know what country he is going to visit and when. Warm traffic is a person who knows where he goes, but don't know the date. And the hot is a person who knows exactly where he is going and when, and he is ready to buy. Next is that traffic can be paid and free. Uh, so sources of traffic can be organic search. It's when a person uh, types in Google, for example, Museum Almaty, and he gets this result. So he knows what he is looking for. This is organic search. And paid search, you can advertise your website on other sites, and for example on the sites of tourism, and here you have traffic of tourists and people interested in tourism. It also can be a referral source or direct. Uh, for example, direct is when the client gets your business card with your website address, and he goes directly to your website without searching. uh, and the social source is from the social networks. Uh, it can be your subscriber on the social network who reads your feed, and one time he decides to visit your website. So this is social source. Um, so traffic type can be divided by device. It can be desktop or mobile device. Uh, then we have remarketing and retargeting. When the analytics system like Google Analytics or Yandex Metrica collects information about your visitors, and you can use this information to promote your website. Um, so this is re-engaging the traffic. Uh, Traffic also can be divided by age of the visitor, location, conversion, time of visiting, their interests, and etc. Um, Next question is how to check the traffic. We have two uh, instruments, Yandex Metrica and Google Analytics. Uh, they are, we can say that they are the same, and for the most cases, one of them is enough. Here you can see the picture of shows when the website has no analytics. You can see it's a mess, but with analytics, everything is focused and well done. And next slide is how Metrica works. You can see the scheme of this process. Um, Here is the example of sources diagram. You can see the percentage of website visitors. Uh, Here we have sources table where you can see uh, referral traffic, direct traffic, and other types of traffic by percentage. And also you can see how much time they spent on your website. Um, Traffic sources also divide into free and paid. And to start, you should start with free instruments because starting with the paid, it's starting with the paid, it can be difficult for the beginners. So you should firstly study well the free traffic sources. It can be organic search, direct and offline, social networks, and referral. Um, Going to paid, it can be contextual advertising using search engines like Google and Yandex, context display advertising using some media sources, banner advertising, website advertising, and targeted advertising in social networks. Um, Organic search from Google, for example, or Yandex, it requires good content and optimization and audit. Um, you can also use offline traffic, for example, your print media, your business cards, or posters. You can also put QR codes on your business cards. Tripadvisor, it's an international platform of tourist reviews, so also a good one for good traffic source. It requires also good content and relevance. Next is Google Maps. Each organization on Google Maps have its page with information, and it is a part of Google My Business. So the same is for Yandex Maps, but it's called Yandex Business Card. Also, social networks like Facebook, you should have a good content. Uh, so this type of traffic source is paid, and it requires some skill. Instagram also requires a good content. It's a paid advertising, and you should have skill. Одноклассники, it's for mostly Russian market, so you have Russian traffic and also good content, paid advertising, and skill. Pinterest is for Western tourists from US and Europe, also content, paid advertising, and skill. We have referral links from other websites like tourist resources or journals and so on. So for this type, you definitely should have good content, and it's of course paid. It's a new type of traffic source. It's Audiguide links. You can become a sponsor of an Audiguide, and tourists listening this Audiguide will see that you are the sponsor and visit your website. So also we have context advertising like top search results. And it's of course paid, and you need some skill. Here you can see the Yandex banner advertising. It's also paid, and you need some skill. It's the same story for Google. In concluding, we can say that uh, you definitely should have analytics on your website to control and keep an eye on your business. You should understand sources. You should be targeted only on traffic you need, and you should use only fair methods of promoting your website. So thank you for your attention, and you can register for next following webinars on this by this link. Вроде все.